What is up, guys? It is Tony here, and today we are doing a unboxing of the GTX 980 for the Win Edition from EVGA. So, many of you guys know a long time ago, approximately 2.5 years ago, I built a computer, a gaming computer, with a GTX 670 Superclocked Plus Edition with 4 GB of RAM. I then doubled up those cards, SLI'd them, and found that the performance scaling on SLI isn't that impressive. So this time around, I wanted to find a graphics card that wouldn't need SLI or wouldn't require any sort of boost in power, so I don't have to deal with SLI. Because honestly, SLI is nice and all, but in general, it's really just not the best method for getting power. So instead of just going with dual 970s, I just went straight for the 980. I went for the Win Edition because I want to make sure that I have the ability to overclock heavily. I wanted to make sure that I had a nice cooler, which is why I got the one with the ACX 2.0, which of course is just a great cooling system. But let's stop talking, let's get right into it. Let's start opening this thing up. I'm very excited for this GPU because right now it sits at the top of the benchmarks for pretty much every single GPU graphics card. I mean, obviously the 295 from AMD, the 295 X2, is still gonna beat this card out because it's a dual GPU. But as far as single GPUs go, this thing's incredible. And even then, I've seen this thing beating the 295 X2 in certain specific benchmarks. Things that don't really benefit from SLI, basically 1080p gaming. You know, and I am a surround gamer, so it does kind of suck not having the dual cards, because dual cards do really benefit. Using the Huntsman knife here. Yes, I unboxed it. No, I'm kidding. Well, actually, I did unbox it. You can click the annotation, and you can watch me open that thing up. Oh, there's the graphics card. I already see it. Typical EVGA packaging, straight to the graphics card. No thick styrofoam that just obstructs your view. Oh, is this another poster? Oh, it is. Yes. I actually, if you look, up there's an EVGA poster from when I got my 670. Oh, this one's a little interesting, isn't it? It's like, Art of the game. I don't even know. Is that a game? I don't know what game this is. I don't know if I'm even gonna hang that one on. It's kind of creepy. But still, that's cool. EVGA loves giving you little trinkets to make you feel good about yourself, like this powered by EVGA little. Let me zoom in there. It's powered by EVGA. Like giving you things like that. That's cool. Zoom back out real quick. Okay. Alright, so what do we have in here? We have a user guide. Not really useful. Unless you really just aren't exactly the most knowledgeable on this information. Something about the ACX 2.0. Showing off its technology, I guess. Which is cool. The fans on this GTX 900 series ACX will not turn on until they are needed to cool. Okay, so it's basically saying the way this card's set up, until you hit 60 to 65 degrees Celsius, they're going to stay off, which means that they're going to be extremely quiet. And that has to do with the fact that they have very good heat sink technology on this cooler, and it can sustain itself without having to turn on the fans at lower temps, which is nice. Another manual for the 900 series. Oh, some stickers. I will certainly be putting those on the side of my desk here. I always put stickers like that on there. We got some cables. We got some, I think this is a 6-pin Molex, so you can power your GPU with a Molex connector. I really don't see myself doing that, but sure. Here is a 8-pin splitter for 2 6-pins. Here is a VGA to DVI, and I remember unboxing a GPU before and saying, do not use that, because that is pointless. But anyway, wow, this thing This might be bigger than my current GPU. I want to get my 670 out and see size comparison. I might edit that into the end of this video because I have to do some benchmarks with my 670. Look out for another video in the future. I'm going to be comparing the 670 SLI setup I have to this single 980. So I'm going to get you guys a better angle on this thing. So there it is. I'm going to take out the plastic real quick because it's kind of ruining how amazing this graphics card is. This plastic looks like it's going to be a bit of a annoyance, but there it goes. And there's also some more down there and over here and everywhere. This thing's a pretty slick looking graphics card. It's a very stealthy, dark type of design. I wonder if any of this lights up. I think the For the Win might light up. Actually, I think all of this might light up, which would be sweet. Because I really didn't like the way my 670s didn't light up. Is that plastic on there? Can't tell. I'm going to have to examine this closely off camera. You can see they have a protector here for the contact pins. And here's the back. There is no back plate, which I'm actually happy about because I actually heard the back plates on the 670s I bought had issues with, they were holding in a lot of the heat. There are some back plates that do help with cooling, but they're very specifically designed, and they usually are a little bit more complicated, a little more complex than your typical back plate that, is more for looks. You can see on top here, we've got can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. A 6-pin and then an 8-pin to power this thing. And you also have the SLI connectors here. I believe there's 2 connectors, which means you could do 3-way, 4-way SLI with these things. Actually, I'm not sure if you can do 4-way SLI. I know you can do 3-way. Don't quote me on the 4-way. Look into that because I'm not exactly sure. But you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's quite a bit of heat piping in there. You can see the heat sink. Actually, these fins are kind of bent. That's surprising. Interesting. I might have to try to fix that. That's odd. That's odd. EVGA, you skimping on quality or what? Anyway, yeah, this thing looks solid. Fans seem like they do some work. They look like solid designs. This thing is legitimate. This is really a great graphics card. And what amazes me about this graphics card is that I got it for $529, and the base model, simple PC, like with the normal cooler, at a lower clock speed, not the super clocked or anything like that, costed more. So I must have just found a really good deal when I bought this. But man, this thing was very affordable, especially for a graphics card that could run 4K and could run surround with no hiccups on pretty much every game maxed out. So of course I'm going to test this thing out, see how it runs, see how it performs. There will be videos of that in the future. But there you go, guys. That is it. We're going to be going ahead and doing a lot of comparisons in the future to my 670s that I had before. And I'm also going to do a lot of videos on triple monitor gaming with the 980 just to show you how it performs. But there it is, guys. I'll see you guys next time.